Welcome back to the Silk Standard podcast with your host, Sarah Elizabeth. This week's episode is going to be on the shorter end with Fashion Month in full swing. This week's episode is a recap from last year's Chicago Fashion Week, an event called the Stylist Symposium. I made this as a tester episode and it just never got posted. I was on the mend from a head cold and I yapped a majority of the recording. So when I say it's a short episode, it's a short episode. Like I said, it's about the Stylist Symposium that happened last year. I recently got my ticket for this year, so that kind of boosted me into editing this one, posting it, and I'll probably do a recap / review of this year's as well when it happens. Without further ado, let's get right on into the podcast. Hi, my name is Sarah Elizabeth, and this is The Exclusive. Welcome for the first full time. Today, I am here to talk about the Stylist Symposium that happened on Thursday, October 17th, for Chicago Fashion Week, for Chicago's first ever official Fashion Week. Very excited. If you have followed me since it was announced, you know that I haven't shut up about it. This symposium was put on by the lovely Rachel Jimenez Pinca. She is so lovely. I got to be front row for this event, mainly because I work for a designer, and I invited her to my boss's fashion show the day before. Nevertheless, we appreciate the connect. Rachel is amazing. She's so very sweet. Even though we hadn't officially met in person, we had seen each other, or I recognized that I saw her at the VIP opening event for Chicago Fashion Week that was hosted on the 7th. The only way for her to have really kind of seen what I looked like was my Instagram when I reached out to her, because for some reason I couldn't think of her email being what it is. That's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about the symposium. It was so good. As someone that has loved this city and the fashion that's in this city and just fashion in general, us finally having an official fashion week after it pretty much disappeared for so long, I'm looking for you, Style Chicago. Not looking at you, I'm looking for you, because where did you go, girl? It's so great to have this, and even more so because, like I said, my teenage self is just jumping and bouncing with joy. I have never felt more fulfilled. I've never felt more excited to finally see things that I grew up reading about on blogs and seeing on Instagram, because I loved that time and I want to bring it back. Okay, so while I said, and while everyone pretty much, okay, so I posted, I posted a story on Instagram saying, should I do a blog or video about this event? And 12% voted blog, drop that link, and then 88% voted for the video. Yap away, queen. And yeah, just people want me to yap, including Rachel J herself. So that is what I am here to do. Remember, you asked for this. But that event was amazing. The panel of women had such good advice. They were really sweet. I talked to all of them. Oh my goodness, I talked to all of them after the panel was done. I asked a question. I wish I got a video of like their answers, because it was just so great, because they didn't just talk about having personal styling clients or wardrobe styling. They talked about commercial. They talked about being signed to an agency versus being freelance. And as someone who is a baby stylist, granted I've been doing this for 16 years, but I've only done like personal styling. I'm still a baby stylist. So that was such important information to have. It was such important information to have, and it was such important information to go over, and I am so effing grateful that people with that reach host these events, you know, for us baby stylists and maybe some more senior stylists to connect with other people. And she made sure to invite designers because, and she even said, it was said multiple times throughout the entire thing, not just by Rachel herself, but by the other stylists, but the relationships that stylists to designers have is so crucial, especially in success. I'm wearing, one of the designers that was there, I'm wearing her stuff. She was such a lovely woman. I said that I love pearls because I do. I've always been a pearl girl. How? Don't know, because my mother does not like pearls. But these earrings, she literally, they like took them out of her ears and plopped them in my hands. I was going to cry. She continued to take stuff off and give it to my friend that I was with, who I adore, Emma. She's an artist. She's amazing. And then my boss, Sujata Gazder. This ring, I don't mean to flip you off. The gold one on top. The bottom one's from Greece. The gold one on top is also from her. There was another designer who is a shoe designer. I'll put up pictures and videos that I took of her shoes that were on the first floor of the Pendry, kind of going into Ventu, the Oyster Bar and Cafe in downtown Chicago. Oh my god. This was all taking place in the Pendry. I don't think I said that. Her energy, the thing that made the whole event so much more special is, and that I've seen at every event that I've gone to, is that there's a sense of community that Chicago has been lacking in the fashion industry, in the fashion scene for a while. Since Style Chicago just poofed out of thin air. I'm looking for you, hun. I'm looking for you, girl. You left without a trace. And again, I say all of this because the Chicago fashion scene is so special to me, because I've always been just a spectator, and now I am a full-fledged, being a baby, full-fledged stylist. And it's nice to finally see it, grasp it, be a part of it, like engulf myself in it. I feel welcomed, for one, like meeting all of these well-established stylists that do so much, and then also the other baby stylists that are absolutely adorable. It's amazing. Anyways, my question was, is having a niche as a stylist, not for my personal style, is having a niche, hiccups, a helping hand or a hindrance to my career? And I ask that because I have been feeling like it has been a hindrance, because I've only been doing personal styling. Niche has been corporate styling for the past decade. Started styling when I was 16. Corporate styling has been my niche, has been my bread and butter for the past decade, and something that really made me happy. Teresa, she looked at me and she was like, you don't just do corporate style. And I loved that because I had been putting myself in a box, and coming up to that, I was questioning myself, and I was going through severe imposter syndrome for the past month. And while it has nothing to do with the work that I've done, because all the work that I've done has been worth it, which this has truly reminded me of. Like, it just put it smack dab in my face, and I think that's why events like these are so important to me and to baby stylists like me. Like, the work that we do is so unbelievably valid. I truly loved hearing a senior stylist and an art and / creative director speak, because he spoke on predated social media. And I grew up with social media, so it's pretty much ingrained, and I always knew that what I wanted to do, it was going to have to be branded. I would have to be branded. So I'm always thinking probably too much about social media and posting. Do I post often? Mind your business. There was a reception / networking before and after. That was genius, because first of all, it gave people enough time to get here, and secondly, it was a great way to meet the people that you probably didn't meet at the beginning. And there were also people that I had followed on Instagram that I saw that I'm like, this is my chance, and if I do not take this chance, I'm going to kick myself in the pants. Okay, so Styled by Kimmy was there. I freaking love her. And then again, meeting the other designers, so lovely. And then of course the shoe designer from Fun Day, oh my god, but she had so many fun shoes. Bitch, let me tell you about them bows. They're freaking magnets. They're magnets. Magnetic bows for the shoes, and she used to be a dancer. The owner of this company used to be a dancer. So she's made that magnet strong enough to where it can't easily flop off, but to where you can get it off. Okay? It's made from recycled to my car girls that are also fashion girls, to my fashion car girls, come here, come closer, come to the screen, move your phone closer to your face. These shoes are made from recycled Maserati parts. Do you hear me? Recycled Maserati parts. It's also extremely flexible because, again, the designer was a dancer. There are also loops on the inside to where you can really customize it by having. It's so genius. I have a video of her talking about it. They are a little bit pricey, but they are worth it. The way that everything is so sustainable. She has sneakers. The sneakers look comfortable as shit. The heels, they're fun. She also has stilettos. These designers love what they do, and it is so evident by what you see. I am so happy to be a woman and to be able to wear this stuff and to showcase this stuff and to amplify this stuff. I think that there is nothing better than that. I want to thank you, Rachel Jimenez Pinca, for hosting the Stylist Symposium. I'm so excited for the next one, and then the future ones that you hold, even if they're not in Chicago, if they're in LA or if they're in New York, I'm going. It's so important to have these kinds of events in these major cities that have their own fashion scene. Chicago has always had a fashion scene. It went underground when Style Chicago. I'm going to keep naming you, okay? I don't know where you went. I'm worried about you. What happened? Style Chicago went underground. It just like disappeared off of the face of the earth. I don't know what happened. Chicago has always had a fashion scene. It went underground for a while, and it's time for its resurgence, and I don't want it going anywhere, so I want to see you people out. I want to see y'all out. Networking, branding, collaborating. I want to see it all. I'm here for it all. Rachel, please keep me in mind for more events that are focused on stylists. I am more than honored to be a part of that, to just be in this industry. But I'll see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. With Chicago Fashion Week coming up in just a short few weeks, I thought it'd be nice to reminisce on last year's experience, and I look forward to all the events that I'm attending and hopefully being involved in this year. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on what you would like to hear next from me. If you're listening on Spotify, be sure to do all the same things. I would love to know what you guys would like to hear about the fashion industry next, or fashion in movies, fashion eras. Let me know. I can't wait to hear it all. See you on next week's episode. Bye.